Deep within the confines of a castle, located in Germany, an elegant and graceful queen orders the execution of her stepdaughter with little reason given. The story wouldn't plan out how she wanted to, however, leading to her demise. She was known as the Evil Queen, but what initiated the evil awakening in this woman? What was the real reason for her jealousy towards her stepdaughter? And did she really die following her defeat at the end of this story? Join me today as we take a deep dive into the Walt Disney Diaries and discover the dark and twisted backstory of the Evil Queen. Analysing some of Disney's most iconic characters can be challenging. Most of the original movies from back in Disney's heyday tended to give us small drops of details when it came to their specific characters. A lot of additional information, however, can be found in expanded works and comments from the people behind the scenes and sometimes Walt Disney himself. It seems fitting we begin this story with the first cinematic villain Disney ever created. Just a quick disclaimer, this information comes from 1937 Snow White and the Seven Dwards, various expanded media, interviews with cast and crew, and Walt Disney himself. In order to understand the beginnings of the Evil Queen, we have to discuss a key detail in the story of Snow White. It all began with the king and queen of this small kingdom in Germany. The family were blessed with a daughter, one the queen longed for some time. The joy celebrated wasn't meant to be, however, as the queen unfortunately passed away, leaving the child motherless and the king widowed. As time passed, the king believed it would have been beneficial for his daughter to have a motherly figure in her life. Eventually, the king met Grimhild, a beautiful maiden whom he initially became infatuated with due to her radiating beauty. Despite her outward appearance of a kind, regal woman, the new queen was selfish and evil. During the screenings for Snow White and the Seven Dwards, Walt Disney himself provided pamphlets with the moviegoers, explaining some additional plot details that weren't brought up in the movie. It's explained in these pamphlets that the Evil Queen's mind curiously led her to the dark arts. She wanted to study magic and intended on harnessing it for her own gain. Located in a forest known as the Harz Forest in Germany, is a mountain which is home to a group of demon cultists who gather with the ability to produce magic and conjure spells that delve further and further into the darker side of magic. Here the Evil Queen sought knowledge, not to be granted freely. The Queen was forced to take a vow to the spirits, which read directly, "If I had to keep my vow that I take and swear to now, may the vultures, wolf and bear on my body feed and tear, mock my agony and groans, rend the red flesh from my bones. Were the dark pine branches wave, be this wilderness my grave." With this vow spoken, she now had access to sorcerer's powers and black magic. It's explained in the 1987 book, The Complete Story of Snow White, that the Evil Queen proceeded to poison and murder the king, leaving Snow White alone with her stepmother and the kingdom at the mercy of her cruel reign. Through the uses of dark magic, the Evil Queen obtained a magic mirror which she could summon whenever she pleased. It's hinted at and explored in expanded works that the mirror played a part in the Evil Queen's spiral and paranoia. The Queen valued her outward appearance, showing a graceful demeanour to the public and the people within the castle. It's only when she no longer had to hide her true self that her true nature was revealed. Her jealousy increased, and she longed to remain the fairest in the land. As long as the mirror proclaimed she was indeed fairest, Snow White was in no danger. There were several key factors that played a part in the Queen's rivalry with Snow White, factors that weren't brought up in the movie. Initially, it began in the friendship developing between Snow White herself and Prince Florian. The prince was childhood friends with Snow, and he initially visited her numerous times before was seen in the movie. It was in one of these meetings that the Queen overheard how the prince truly felt about Snow White. He professed that he was in awe of her beauty and visited often because of how much she made him smile. The Queen believed this sentiment was about her, but instead she learned that his heart was sworn to snow, and it was her beauty that he spoke of. The rest of this story can be seen in the 1937 movie. The death of the evil queen posed an interesting sentiment in the vow she took. Let's take a read with the death scene in mind. If I had to keep my vow, that I take and swear to now, may the vultures, wolf and bear, on my body feed and tear. Mock my agony and groans, rend the red flesh from my bones. Where the dark pine branches wave, be this wilderness my grave. It was poetic that the Queen met her fate this way. She was killed posing as something ugly, which reflected her true nature inside. In your opinion, which was the evil queen's true form? The queenly image or the old peddler's form? Share your opinion below and let's have a discussion about this. And that's it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed this trip down Disney Lane. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you back here to delve into more of the Walt Disney Diaries.